As a professional driver, you should be well prepared should you be involved in an accident while on the road. You have a responsibility to keep the public out of danger, follow the law, and cooperate with authorities. It will benefit both you and your carrier greatly to document the incident properly. An accident involving a semi-tractor and trailer can cause higher amounts of damage to other vehicles and property due to the large size and weight of the vehicle. Besides the damage caused by your tractor, your cargo can also cause further damage and injuries to people and property, such as flatbed cargo can break free from securement in a serious accident or rollover. Enclosed trailer cargo can be ejected if trailer doors come open, and containers such as tankers can spill contents if ruptured. Cargo securement must be checked at regular intervals to minimize the potential damage it can cause in a collision. You must know the dangers your cargo can cause the public and have all safety documents ready and easily available should you need them. Fire extinguisher. All commercial vehicles are required by law to carry a fire extinguisher that is fully charged and easily accessible. The extinguisher should be checked when doing a pre-trip inspection. Ensure the pressure gauge on the extinguisher is in the green zone. A 5-pound BC extinguisher is acceptable for non-hazmat cargo. A 10-pound BC extinguisher is required when hauling hazardous materials. Hazmat. If hauling hazardous materials, keep an emergency guidebook or safety data sheet with your shipping paperwork in an easily accessible location. You should also have a spill kit and any other emergency information provided for your cargo. Accident kit. You should always carry an accident kit inside your commercial vehicle. The kit should consist of the following: a high visibility vest, an accident report form which includes a blank page for an accident scene drawing, witness cards, pencil and pens, and a camera. Contact info. In the event of an accident, you will need to contact your carrier. Be sure you have the contact information of the designated person responsible at your company ahead of time in case you need it. You should also have the insurance company's toll-free number. If your carrier's contact is unavailable or can't be reached, call the insurance provider. They can walk you through after-accident procedures and advise you on potential drug and alcohol testing that may be required. They may wish to send out an insurance adjuster to the accident scene. After an accident. The first thing to remember after a collision of any kind occurs is that you must stop your vehicle as soon as possible. It is against the law to leave the scene of an accident for any reason. Once stopped, turn off the engine and engage your hazard lights. Now that you've stopped, you can begin to survey the situation. Check and make sure you are okay and not injured. Do not move the truck or trailer again until instructed by authorities. Whether you feel the accident was your fault or not, do not apologize or admit fault to the other drivers, bystanders, or authorities. Avoid altercations with the other parties involved, as tempers may be heated after an accident. You have 10 minutes from the time of the accident to place emergency warning signals around your truck and trailer. All emergency signals must be able to be seen at night. The signals can include emergency reflective triangles, red emergency lights, or road flares. You are at risk when you are placing the emergency warning signals around your truck. To ensure your safety, you should do the following: wear a high visibility vest, carry warning signals when walking out into traffic, place warning signals in the direction of oncoming traffic, keep vehicle emergency flashers on even though it is not required once warning signals have been placed. Emergency warning signal placement. Where you will place your 3 warning signals will depend on the situation and where the accident happened. Non-divided highway. First signal 10 feet or 3 meters away from the vehicle on the side traffic will be passing. Second signal 100 feet or 30 meters in front of the vehicle. Third signal, 100 feet or 40 meters behind the vehicle. Divided highway. First signal, 10 feet or 3 meters away at the rear corner of the vehicle on the side traffic will be passing. Second signal, 100 feet or 30 meters behind the vehicle. Third signal, 200 feet or 60 meters behind the vehicle. Hill, curve, or obstruction. First signal, 100 to 500 feet in the direction of obstruction or hill. Second signal, 100 feet or 30 meters behind the vehicle. Third signal, 200 feet or 60 meters behind the vehicle. Signals placed behind your truck should always be placed in such a way that the furthest signal away from your vehicle is the closest to the shoulder or side of the road where traffic is not passing. The next signal should be closer to the center of the road, while the closest signal is at the edge of the lane where cars will be passing. When stopped in a residential zone or business district, emergency signals are only required when the street lighting is inadequate to allow visibility of your vehicle at a distance of 500 feet. While you are placing your emergency signals, use this time to inspect your vehicle and cargo for damage, spills, and leaks. If cargo such as hazardous materials is causing an immediate threat, move yourself and anyone nearby to a safe distance. After your vehicle is secured, you should try to assist any injured people when possible. Check to ensure other vehicle passengers or bystanders involved in the accident are okay. Call 911 if needed or ask a bystander to call. Only move injured people if there is a threat to their safety, such as a spill or fire. If anyone is seriously injured or bleeding, apply pressure to the wound to slow blood loss. Keep injured persons warm by wrapping in a blanket or jacket. When emergency services arrive, comply with them and allow them to work. Now that you have alerted emergency services and assisted the injured, it's a good time to take a closer look at your trailer and cargo and check for damage. Even if damage isn't obvious, such as spilled or leaking cargo, cautiously check the trailer and contents thoroughly. If hauling hazmat, be extremely careful. Use your spill kit and wear the correct articles of personal protective equipment. If a hazardous material has spilled or is leaking, alert emergency services as soon as possible so they can dispatch the proper personnel and equipment. Always protect drainage areas from spilled cargo contents using your spill kit. Whether there is damage to the trailer and cargo or not, you must report the condition of the trailer and cargo to your carrier and include this information in the accident incident report. Police. If police are called to the accident scene, they will conduct an interview with you as part of their investigation. Cooperation is important, as being uncooperative or unresponsive will give police a negative impression. Answer any questions they have honestly, but stick to the facts. Your opinions on what happened can be used against you and your company, so only mention the factual events of the incident. Never admit guilt or take blame when talking with police. Bystanders and media. An accident, especially one with a commercial vehicle, is bound to attract attention from other motorists, bystanders, and the media. As a best practice, do not talk with any of these people unless it's to get their help contacting emergency services. Finish your accident report without further engagement. The only people you should talk to are police, your carrier contact, and your company's insurance contact. If asked to speak with media, instead of saying that you have no comment, simply tell them that you are unable to comment on the current investigation. This is important because it does not admit guilt. Documenting the incident. Your accident kit should contain the forms you need to properly document the incident. You will need to gather and include the following information on these forms for your accident report: your vehicle information, your company information, who was driving your vehicle, time and location of incident, other vehicle license plate numbers, description of the vehicle, name of driver and passengers, name of any involved bystanders, a sketch of the accident including vehicle movements, weather, traffic, and road conditions at the time of accident, if there is any property damage, environmental hazards, vehicle information for any towing vehicles, and pictures of the accident scene including involved vehicles. Photographing accident scene. Getting pictures of the scene, even if only a minor accident, is extremely helpful to your carrier and insurance provider. Try to take pictures as soon as it is safe to do so, but only after any emergency situation is dealt with and given the okay to do so by police. When possible, photograph the scene before the vehicles involved have been moved to clear traffic. Your accident kit should provide you with a guide on what to take pictures of, but as a general rule, try to capture the following: the whole accident scene, including a panorama if possible, road surfaces, including any issues with the road surface, obstructions, any signs or traffic lights, for example, if accident is at an intersection, all vehicles involved, your trailer and cargo, tow and cleanup vehicles, and you are not required to take photos of emergency vehicles and emergency personnel. Do not post accident pictures or any details of the accident with friends or social media. As a professional, you should be able to keep the incident as private as possible as to not damage you and your company. Dash cameras. With the rise in usage of in-cab dash cameras, you may have a video recording of the accident events. As most dash cameras record over old footage, be sure to save the accident footage so it is not deleted later on. You may also be asked to provide this footage to authorities or the insurance company, so make sure this footage is preserved. Even if you have a dash cam, you must take supplementary photos of the entire accident scene, as the dash cam footage is not enough on its own. Witness statements. A witness is not required to give a statement, so do not be aggressive in trying to force one out of them. As long as you have documented proof, including a picture, if possible, of their vehicle license plate, the authorities can contact them for a statement at a later time. Should the witness be willing to give a statement, your accident kit contains a witness card for this very reason. Allow the witness to fill out the card and return it to you. The witness will record the following on the witness card: full name, address and phone number, date and time of incident, whether person was a driver, passenger, or bystander, a description of the events witnessed. Post-accident. After an accident, you may be required to take automatic drug and alcohol testing. The following accident situations will result in a required test: a fatality occurred as a result of the accident, you received a citation and someone had to be transported and treated for injuries, you received a citation and a vehicle had to be towed from the scene. Aside from these reasons, you may also be required to test if you are showing signs of drug or alcohol impairment at the accident scene. Starting from the time of the accident, the alcohol test must be administered within 2 hours and within 36 hours for a drug test. As this can be unrealistic depending on circumstances, a 6-hour extension is allowed, providing the motor carrier documents why the alcohol test could not have taken place within the 2-hour window. The drug test must be done within 32 hours of the accident, without any extension. The only exceptions are if the driver was seriously injured or if a citation was issued several days after the accident. Keep in mind, once the windows have closed, 8 hours for the alcohol test and 32 hours for the drug test, the driver is no longer subject to testing. If you do not remain available or allow the test to be administered, it will be considered a refusal to test, which is treated the same as a positive test result. In this case, you will not be allowed to return to active work until you have completed a return to duty program.